What up, internet? Level 100 Agron here with more Dark Souls. I guess I'll call it Dark Souls Artorias of the Abyss because this is the DLC. So, what up? Welcome to my 4th episode of Dark Souls. I got a lot of footage. I got like 2 episodes worth of footage. Turns out like 3 hours of the 8 hours I recorded Dark Souls for ended up being me going all the way to Lost Izalith and farming Titanite to max out my Dark Moon bow. So yeah, back to the build. Basically my build is a Dex Faith Dark Moon bow build, but right now in this video you're not going to see any Dark Moon bow. I actually didn't finish the bow until after the recording was completed. And let me say, that thing is fucking sick. That is one of the strongest weapons I've ever seen. Nothing seems to be more powerful. I mean, nothing. Whoa, had a little brain stutter there. Fuck, I can't even think right now because I'm so excited to talk about this build because I'm so surprised with how efficient it is. So, yeah. It's 40 Dex, 40 Faith, 40 Vitality, 19 Attunement, 45 Endurance. The level is 145. God, this build is so much fun. I like it a lot because a lot of the Artorias of the Abyss content I have not used any of the weapons for, and most of them are Faith. Most of them are Dex weapons, so they are pretty fucking sweet. I mean, a lot of them look really overpowered, but butt scratch. A lot of them looked pretty overpowered. The Golden Tracer looks really redonk. That other one that has like 160 crit chance looks ridiculous. Guardian's Tail is garbage because for whatever reason they refuse to give a new whip a different animation. Yeah, so I use an assortment of things, but the main stuff that I'm using in this video is a combination between the Black Bow of Pharis plus 14, the Baldur's Side Sword or Baldur Swag Sword plus 15, and the Scythe, Plain Scythe plus 14. I'm actually working on getting another slab for plus 15. So yeah, but the nice thing about this build that I like so much is the options it has. Granted, it probably would have more options if I would do a magic miracle build where I use the Velka's Talisman. I think that's how it works. I think you stack intellect and then you use miracles with the Velka's Talisman, but I'm not sure. If that's how it works, let me know because I would like to know. I might do that with my Dex rehash build. But yeah, so this is the character that I remade. I deleted all my updates and whatnot to be able to Dragon Head glitch him because there was no way I was going to level him legitimately when I already had a completed character build that I had worked for myself. So I figured, you know what, since I don't have any content, nothing, I'm just going to delete my save files and Dragon Head glitch 2 characters up to the level cap that I would like, which was, I think, 130 and 145. So, yeah, like I said, this is the Dex Faith one. The main focus of the build is the Black Bow of Pharis. I believe he will be a Dark Moon Blade, which will be the first time I've ever used a Dark Moon Blade. And on top of that, I didn't know that the miracle only worked if you were in the Dark Moon Blade, so I got it and then I killed Dark Sun Gwendolyn and excuse me, realized I couldn't use it, which was pretty shitty, but oh well. So yeah. It's okay, let me say that fucking bow with Red Tearstone Ring and Power Within will probably be one of the strongest things I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, you use Moonlight Arrows because that's what the bow deals most damage with. You can substitute Poison Arrows in if you want dot damage, or if you don't play MMOs and don't know what dot damage is, damage over time effects. Scythe has ridiculous Claymore, dead angle. I probably said Claymore because Claymores also have ridiculous dead angle. But yeah, it does like 400 damage with 40 dex and 40 faith and Moonlight Arrows on an enemy without the red tearstone ring active. With the red tearstone ring active, it deals roughly between 600 damage, 500 to 600 damage at a distance. So it's not something to fuck around with. I got the idea for the build because one of my favorite Dark Souls PvPers, Peeve. Everybody knows who Peeve is if they play Dark Souls, duh. Peeve uses bows a lot, and so I kind of got the inspiration to try out bows because it was one of the weapon types that I never really gave a shot or a fair chance. So I used the bow, and let me say, they are fun as fuck. That's nice. It's a weird playstyle. This is really funny. This guy was standing there, he just stared me down, and I thought, okay, well, he wants to bow. And so I bowed to him, and then I pointed up, and he just runs off the cliff. And I messaged him, and I was like, why, man? And he was like, you said go on, and I jumped off the cliff for you. And he does it twice, so it's, I remember messaging back, and I was just like, my god, I fucking love you, and I fucking love this game. People like this are what make the fucking community on this game so fucking awesome. Because I thought I was laughing so fucking hard, I was in tears. Yeah, but he was pretty cool. So, yeah, anyways, it's just ridiculous. Scythes are really goofy to parry. Plus, I'm still getting used to parry timing. Parry timing is still not that easy for me. Also, you want to be careful because you can get dead angled by Wrath of God if they face away, I believe. I don't know if that got patched out with Artorias of the Abyss, but I Wrath of God spammed him because he invaded me twice before this, and he did it to me. And I get a sexy lead shot. Look at that shit. That was fucking awesome. You couldn't do that if you were using a fucking plus 15 Manserpent Greatsword or some Moonlight Fuckerfly sword. But, like I was saying, if you would like the equipment that I'm using, it is the Ring of Favor and Protection. The ring varied between the Red Tearstone ring and the Wolf ring. A +7 Hat of Pharis, +5 Chester's coat. I don't remember the name. Whatever you get from Marvelous Chester. +5 Paladin leggings and +5 Chester gloves, gauntlets, whatever they are. The miracles I'm using are Great Gravelord's Sword Dance, Wrath of God, Tranquil Walk of Peace in case I had 2 invaders in there at once that were both going to team up on me. Great Heal and Emit Force, I believe. Maybe Sunlight Blade. Give or take one of those miracles and throw Sunlight Blade, and I'm pretty sure drop Great Heal and throw in Sunlight Blade, and then you've got my setup. So yeah, if you want to try this, I suggest it. Oh, the shields. My shield was +8 Grass Crest shield. I already talked about my weapons, and then my left hand behind the shield was the +14 Bow of Pharis, because if you didn't know, you can two-hand bows in your left hand. And there used to be a really nasty glitch that used to be hilarious, and I still think it's fucking hilarious, where if you were in dragon form, you could enchant them, and they would count for a melee weapon. And I almost shot him in the head because I thought he was just trying to gank me. But no, he was pretty honorable, dueling, whatnot. So I waited a second and wanted to see what he was doing before I started shooting again. And he gives me the go, so I start shooting back again. And by no means is this the most efficient way of using the bow, but it is fun as fuck, I will say that. It's nice because I really like miracle strength builds, but I also really like bows after having used them so much. So yes, I don't know why he was doing this like I was gonna heal. If you PvP with me or against me, I don't heal. Don't expect me to heal. The only time I ever heal is if I'm getting backstab fished, Wrath of God spammed, or dark magic spammed. And if you're not doing that stuff, then I'm not going to heal against you. Or ganked. If I'm getting ganked, I'll probably heal. It might depend. I might even not heal just to get a fucking sick, nasty clip for my man-tage. More sarcasm. This isn't Call of Duty. No, but, I mean, Dark Souls montages are fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Call of Duty ones are gay, though. So, anyways, yeah. I'm pretty fucking excited. I got The Witcher 2, Orcs Must Die 2, Arma 2, which entails DayZ. What's that other one? And that's a fucking sick combo. That's technically a combo because he doesn't change he changes his stance up to like a really weird stance. Excuse me. Chivalry. If you guys want to fucking see Chivalry, that would be sweet. I would love to do Chivalry because that game is so much fucking fun. I was playing free-for-all the other day. My first free-for-all game ever playing it, and I went like 13-7, which for me, that's not that fucking bad. The game is fucking sweet though. I recommend it. I think it's completely necessary to buy and well worth it. If I wouldn't have fired so early, I could have hit him at the very bottom of his roll, and he would not be able to hit. I'm just being really cautious because he's got the Black Knight Great Axe, and I don't want to get stun-locked by it because I don't have a shield out right now, as well as the fact that it's got some ridiculous dead anglage on it. So, I start to play it safe with the Scythe, because I know that that also has dead anglage on it. So he's kind of keeping his distance now, but, yeah. Also, one thing that I'm kind of curious about for people is, do you enjoy, like, different scenery? Like, different arenas and whatnot for PvP? Do you want just invasions? Do you want, duels? What's the sort of, preference for PvP? Do you guys like me going into the forest, doing Undeadburg? I wanted to do, like, the Painted World as well as Lost Izalith, but I could not find any invasions, so I don't know how realistic it is that I will be invading there. I would love to, though. Yeah. So, I'm not sure about that. So, also, if you guys don't know, the whole focus of my Dark Souls series is to promote, A, how much fucking fun this game is, because this is an awesome game, and it deserves every player that it has for Japan, and then some for America. For every one Japanese player that bought it, it deserves 2 American players that have it. It's that good. And it's huge in Japan, and I think I've talked about it before. It made so many sales in Japan that any sales it made in America were just icing on the cake, which is fucking cool. But then again, I like playing with Americans because they have better connections with me. But yeah, so I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's very fucking involving as well as free. I would consider it to be an MMO because it technically has massively multiplayer and is online. And it you know, you could even classify it as an MMORPG. I mean, it technically isn't because it's not in the traditional sense of everybody's in the same world at the same time, but it's open world. Everything is linked in one open world. There is online. You can do PvP. There is questing. Not in the traditional sense of questing, but still questing nonetheless. So it is fantastic. I recommend it. Anyways, if you are watching this, hopefully you're somebody that's on my channel for my fighting game stuff and you don't mind watching some of this stuff. I've been sitting in training mode with Spider-Man on Ultimate Marvel for the last, like, 3 hours. I found some pretty fucking, dare I say, swaggy Spider-Man combos that involve his low heavy into web throw heavy, which is the uppercut one, like it shoots it up. They look fucking sweet. I was also playing around with some setups for Crawler Assault. I would love to know how to do like a solo Spider-Man Crawler Assault, but I don't think that he can. I think he can only do it off of assist, which is a shame, or as a super cancel, but you know, oh well. And if somebody's doing this to you, you're shooting a bow at them, don't just roll around in circles, get in his face, because if you stun lock him, assuming he's not using poise, you're gonna cancel out his shot. But one thing that I'm still practicing with is no-scoping, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, and that was fucking dirty. It was a blind parry, obviously, but still sick nonetheless. One thing that I'm not 100% on is, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, how to, no-scope with bows in Dark Souls. It's a little hard for me. I don't get the premise. I went to the website that Peverson posted in a video about how to do it, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. From my understanding, the way that it works is you have your bow equipped in whatever hand, and you hold forward while tapping the fire button over and over and over and over. And I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it or not. If somebody knows, please fucking let me know. It would make bows so much more useful on my end, because then I would not have to be scoped in for them to be or scoped in. I wouldn't have to be locked on, which would be nice, because then my shots wouldn't fall short like a foot or two behind them. But yeah, it's just like, in theory, it's such a fantastic fucking idea, because it would work for I would assume, at least, for miracles and pyromancies and magic, like soul spears and lightning spears, making them viable for regular PvP if you knew how to do them. Then again, don't quote me on that directly, because I don't know how that works. I do know that it works for pyromancy and bows. Thank God I got a headshot there. It caused a nice stun. I believe all headshots cause stuns, no matter if they are poised, stacked, or not. So you can have a million poise, but I do believe that headshots will still stagger no matter what, which is always really good to know. The thing that irritated me was I dueled this guy a couple times, and he eventually got to the point where he just started fishing for backstabs, which was really irritating, and I was not happy with it. See, like I said, you could shoot him at the bottom of the roll. But yeah, I recommend this build. It's so much fucking fun. And like I said, if you would like to use it, I will post all the items and what upgrade level they are and everything in the description at the first person who asks for it. Otherwise, I'm not going to, you know, go through all of that. But if somebody would like to know, I will throw it in the description, and then everybody can see it. So, if you're an avid Dark Souls player and you would like to see them, leave a comment, and I will definitely show you. I know I got a couple runbacks with this guy. Fighting game lingo. Oh well. But yeah, I will definitely work on my next PvP episode, which will feature the Dark Moon Blade and probably the Chaos Blade. If there's a different weapon you guys would like me to use main hand preferably, let me know instead of the Chaos Blade. Maybe something a little out of the ordinary that fits into a Dex Faith build specifically. Yeah, I just know that I have not really seen any Dark Moon Bow PvP setups at all. And when I get this recorded, you will see how fucking sick it is, and who knows, maybe if it gets enough enough views and reputation, people start using Dark Moon Bow builds more. But wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which fills faster. Yeah, this is coming to an end, pretty much. if you liked the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. If there's a weapon you would like me to use in the next video, leave a comment. If you would like to know the equipment I use, leave a comment. If you would like to see more Dark Souls or any game content from me, consider subscribing and sending me a personal message. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I answer to almost all messages and comments I get. So, in short, I love you all. Consider subscribing, and I'm gonna sign out a little early. Level 100 Aggron. Out. Oh no, I did that wrong. No! I'm level 100 Aggron, and peace out, Girl Scout.